All right, check out this little lab puppy. First full day at the kennel and already having a big time. Now let me tell you guys, I say this over and over and over again in my videos, and I just can't say it enough times. I can't stress it enough. Exercise is the single most important thing in dog training. Now on top of just exercise along with proper socialization. Okay, look how this puppy's running with these other dogs. She's chasing and biting and mouthing, and they're biting her back and holding her down. Well, listen, that's all, that's how these puppies learn how to interact with other dogs and, also with you. A lot of that oral behavior from labs comes from not spending enough time around a well-socialized group of multi-age dogs. All right, now, after a good exercise session, this dog, she's still got some energy. She's just overwhelmed with the general stimulation level of being at the kennel. So, I want to do some food work with her in a little while, but, I know that these lab puppies, they've got a certain amount of mouthing and chewing that they're going to have to get out during the day. And I get a whole lot of that out by taking her outside and letting her play with the other puppies, letting her, mouth and bite and carry sticks around and chase balls and stuff. But, if I come in and I see they still have a little bit of energy, then I get them a food puzzle out. Now, you saw in the video I made a week or two ago, I use a milk jug as a food puzzle. If you don't want to buy a $13 or $14 Kong, I do like the Kongs. I really like them a lot. They're a lot of fun. You can throw them, the dogs pick them up and drop them, and they start to really try to figure out how to manipulate these Kongs in such a way as to be able to most effectively get the treats out of the Kong. So, if you can, get you a Kong, make you a nice Kong paste and stuff in there. If you don't have that extra $15 right now, the milk jug food puzzle works real well. Just watch them, keep them supervised. And like really what I want you to understand is see how this puppy's really into this Kong. At the point where she shows that she's not interested in the Kong anymore or she's getting frustrated, I'm going to take that Kong away. The biggest mistake you can make when introducing food puzzles to dogs is to leave them down for too long. This right here, this is the activity level you want to see directed at your food puzzle. And once you lose that, then it's time to take the food puzzle away and move on to something else. All right, after a potty break, we move to the training table, and look how excited she is. As a matter of fact, she's a little too excited in this clip, so I decided it'd be easier if I took her outside and I did a little bit more running, a little bit more playing, a little bit more exploring, and then try it again later. People often ask me, how do I know if I've exercised my puppy enough? My puppy's biting and it's rambunctious and it's running around the house, and I took it out and exercised it, but it didn't seem to do any good. Well, let me let you in on a professional secret, okay? Uh, when you bring that puppy back in the house, if it's not calm and quiet, you probably didn't exercise it enough. Look at this puppy. This is just a little while later after a big romp out back. I let her go out in the back while I was working some bird dogs and follow me around. And so I brought her back in, put her on the table, and look how laid back and chill she is now. Now, I want you to pay attention to what I'm doing with my hand here. I'm taking my hand and I'm moving it around. I'm scratching her and petting her and loving on her. And then whenever she goes to open her mouth like she's going to be oral to me, I just draw that back, I clench up my fist, and I let her know, listen, you're never going to get any satisfaction. You're not going to get your treats, you're not going to get petted, you're not going to get anything as a result of being oral with me, as a result of biting my hand or making me uncomfortable in some way. Now remember here, guys, don't get mad at these dogs. You see a lot of advice that revolves around punishing the dogs when they're being mouthy with your hand, and it works. I'm not gonna lie, it does work sometimes. But I like to exhaust these kind of options first. Notice how quickly this dog is adapted to getting calm and being still when I pull my hand back. Look, right here, I'm a pet her and love on her, and 30 minutes ago, that would have caused her to start biting on my hand. She went to bite on my hand just at least a little bit. I pulled my hand back and I clenched my fist, and she goes, oh, that's right, that's right. If I bite, if I'm too oral, if I'm too mouthy, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me get what I want. What helps me get what I want is if I'm calm and quiet and collected, and I look at Stonnie's hand, or maybe I look up there at Stonnie's face. That's the key way to get things, and that's what we're trying to stress. From day one, we're trying to make the puppy understand that we are engaged in a cooperative, operation here. That we're trying to get the puppy to understand that we want to do mutually beneficial things. I want to do food work with her. I want to take her and play with her. I want to have her on my lap. I want to love on her. You know, she's so cute. But she has to understand that the way to get access to what she wants comes through indirect action. It comes through the action of being calm and attentive. It comes through the action of following me around and waiting her turn and chewing on things that are appropriate for her to chew on, you know? So, it's this interplay. This first day, when you get your puppy, you got to hit on all three of these things. You got to get them out and exercise them. You got to give them some appropriate things to chew on, and you have to start teaching them exactly how to respond to being petted and loved on and to being ran around the yard. Okay, guys, get out there and do your work.